Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Episode 6 here, WB Build. We'll just wander down to the shed. So on today's episode, we're going to go and attack this front end. So we'll rip off all the panels. Yeah, hopefully we don't find too much rust, because at the moment it looks pretty good, but you just never know. So we'll pull all those quarters off, we'll pull all the front clip off, rip out all that wiring, and we'll see what we find, I guess. I think there's already been a bit of work to this already, because everything's in pretty good order. Everything looks like it's been maintained, and I haven't found a great deal of rust except for the floor pans, but that was during the floods. So all right, well, let's get into it. Righto, so I found this little bit of rust here, just where your window seal sits. I didn't really think too much of it the other day until yesterday. I pulled out the air conditioning box, which mounts underneath. Now I'll see if I can show you. So this is where the air conditioning box mounts. There's your fan. And then I had a look up under here in the vents. Hopefully you can see it. So there's a tiny 20-cent piece worth of rust sitting up there in the corner, which is going to need to be cut out. So I'm going to have to unpick that entire thing, which is, from what I can, I've sort of researched, had a look at, it's like 200 plus spot welds we've got to drill out, and then remove this cover, and then we'll be able to see what we're dealing with. But that's actually pretty good. Like, you see a lot of these old utes that have, half of that corner's actually all rusted out. But at this stage, looks like on this side, at this stage, there's only like a 20-cent piece worth we'll have to cut out and patch. But we'll see once we get this off. Righto, so we've got that inner guard out now, so we can have a bit of a look. So this guard is actually just sitting there. I've unbolted everything. I haven't even had a look at this yet. So far through here, the body actually looks all right. Like, I'm not finding any major rust so far. But I'll set you up here and we'll rip this guard off and we'll have a look around what's in this corner. Alright, we'll take this guard off, we'll have a look and we'll see how much rust is in there. Hopefully very minimal. Actually looks pretty good. That looks quite good. Even that drain tube's not blocked. Like, even that drain tube's not even blocked, which is nice. So that's actually pretty damn good. So maybe a bit of work might be needed through here, but apart from that, it's all sealed up. Yeah, happy. Guard over here, that's all the internal of the guard, and it's straight. Like, this guard's straight, there's no worries. Well, we might have had a win there. Righto, I'll show you that inner guard. It's got a little bit of rust. Just a tiny bit, like that's the only little section. So we can cut that. We can just put a patch in there. Yeah, that's a win. I think that might be a win. So we'll go ahead and attack this driver side. We'll get all the bolts out. We'll remove the inner guard. We'll take off this front guard. We'll see what rust is on this side. But, so the nose cone and this guard, there's a bolt that holds this section together, and it's literally right in this corner. I reckon the guy that designed this is laughing his ass off, because that is hard to get to. So, touche, brother, touche. We'll get on with it. Righto, let's have a look at the front end out in the sunlight. Bit dirty from the floods. You can still see debris left from the floods back in 2010, but apart from that, it's actually pretty tidy. So you can have a, you know, look at all that blue metal and crap sitting down in there where the springs are. Righto, well, we'll give her a degrees, we'll give her a gurney, and then we'll yeah, see how it's looking. But pretty sure someone's already done all the hard work many years ago. I'll just have to fix this up. Cut and patch there. All the wiring harness is all wrapped up. It's no good too, so I'm just going to throw that out, to be honest. We'll get a professional to rewire, because they're pretty old and damaged cables in there. Alright, let's get to it. pretty good. What are you doing, mate? Righto, so I had an hour to kill before the kids finished school today. So yeah, I was going to start just sanding off inside the cab there. So I went and bought one of these. So just what's this one? Ryobi. Just like an air sander, air orbital sander. They go pretty good. And then the air sander ended up being on a grinder. Then the grinder, we started up getting into the cab. So just with I think it's 120 grit, one of those flap discs. So we got a fair bit done too, actually. So I'll spin you around and we'll have a look. What do you think? Like if you can see that, like it's like fairly back to metal now, the whole entire part, except for where I'm replacing the floor pans, obviously, because we're going to cut them out and re-weld. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that actually. That's come up pretty good for a couple of hours work in there. Not too sure how well you can see it, but yeah, pretty good. Pretty good for me on that point, considering it's going to get sound deadened, and then we're going to put that new, like that sound deadener, we're going to wrap it. So I've never used that before. My last project car was just sound deadener paint. Yeah, righto. Good hour's work, eh? Righto, we're going to throw some paint stripper on this now. So come through, we'll have a look. So we'll do the roof, come down, we'll do all the cowl. We'll see what's under that. I think that's pretty good. There is a dent in this roof. I don't think it's full bog, but we'll check that out. And just for today's purposes, we'll come down, probably about this level, I'd say. Just, I don't know if you can see that, about there. Both sides. Hopefully no rust on this, but in through here, I think we're going to find a bit of rust through there. But all in all, shouldn't be too bad. All right, we'll throw a time lapse on it, get into it. Welcome back. It's the next morning now, and you can see I've done a fair bit overnight. I'll just give you a quick look at the roof. I don't think I'm going to go any further than that. I think I might just leave it at that. I think that's maybe the original primer. So like the body's pretty good, so I think we might just we might leave it like that at the time being. You can see all the front, all that's been done. I got the old grinder and the flap disc, and sort of rubbed most of the paint back on this cowl. I'll show you how the paint was actually coming off, because it was coming off in these big chunks like house paint when house paint dries. So let's put it up on the roof. So it was coming off on chunks like that with the scraper when I'd run the scraper over it. So yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting. But, you know, we made a fair bit of progress overnight, so I'm pretty happy with that. And so far, like, there's a bit of bog in this roof. So, you know, can't really get away with that with a 42-year-old car. So all in all, pretty good. All right, well, that's it for this episode. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe. You know what to do. Alrighty, I'll catch you on the next episode when we continue on with this bodywork. See you guys.